Marina says round number 1. Josh Rutgers in the cage says it's ready to go. And here we are. Simeon Powell in the black trunks. Tobias Baker in the gray. On second chance night, a lot of us were excited to see Simeon Powell come over in week 1, Kenny Florian. Julie mentioned the visa issues, and that right hand just misses over the top. Tobias Baker able to grab a hold of the much taller Simeon Powell.
Yeah, this is one of the fights I was really looking forward to. Both men in their pro MMA career have not been past round 1, so both men love to get after it. Baker with his grappling and Powell with his striking, but tell you what, Simeon is dangerous on the ground as well.
Nice work here from Tobias Baker. If you're going up against someone with an 8-inch reach advantage and 6 inches taller than you, you want to fight in this phone booth. Powell's able to extend things out. Tobias Baker in that southpaw stance. Tests the head kick.
And one thing I was really impressed with Simeon Powell, despite only having 4 fights in his career, is his footwork. He moves his feet extremely well. Everyone looks at just the striking, but footwork is quite possibly the most important component of it all, and he's landing some serious strikes here on Baker.
Fends off that single leg attempt from Tobias Baker. Gets to work once again with the jab,
yeah,
and it's a long one.
Yeah, he's taking advantage of that reach for sure, Sean.
Nice right hand again on the backward motion from Simeon Powell. What are you seeing from the fight out of Great Britain, T. Wood?
What I'm seeing right now, Simeon Powell has him on the end of the punches, and he's really getting that rhythm and momentum. You can see what he's building right now. And if I'm Tobias, I'm literally slipping like Mike Tyson, blocking those straight punches and getting close like he's doing right now and trying to get it to the canvas because the momentum is being built, and I don't think he wants to eat another kick to the face.
Pressure against the cage here from Tobias Baker.
Yeah, nice takedown there by Baker. Now right into side control. This is a good position for him here.
See if he can advance position. Only 2-1 in his pro career. He's also got a win in submission underground. Tobias Baker with an amateur record as well. And you can see longtime veteran of the sport, Ed Herman, is in his corner.
Simeon Powell in a much better position, just has to be careful to not elongate that right leg too much because Tobias could advance into mount here. A nice job trying to extend those hips. He's trying to push the hips of Baker where he can get back to guard or get back to his feet. There's the mount.
Straight to the mount here for Tobias Baker. Simeon Powell will try and scoot himself out. Ray Lewis, Tobias Baker was eating some punches, and then he got this fight to where he needed it.
Sean, I'm telling you, his best chances in this fight is to keep this fight on the ground. He has a better chance to win this fight on the ground. He neutralizes Simeon Powell effects because he takes the reach away, he takes his long legs away. I think he has to keep this fight on the ground if he's going to have a chance to win.
I'll tell you what, that guillotine choke was very tight there. Simeon Powell able to tough himself out of that one.
And now back to the feet they go. A little bounce still in the step of Simeon Powell after that grappling exchange. And the jab lands again. Misses with the scooping uppercut and eats a right hand for it.
And that's one of his best punches, Sean. And for the shorter man, Tobias Baker, he's got to be careful ducking that head because Powell will take advantage of either the uppercut or the knee.
Tries a flying knee there. He's caught, and now here comes an attempt, choke attempt from Simeon Powell. Abandons it and goes right hand, uppercut. A smile behind that beard from Tobias Baker.
See if Powell goes to the body here. Oh, big knee.
There's another right hand and another. Simeon Powell going to work on the stationary Tobias Baker, who's going to have to find a way to get himself off of this cage.
Oh, huge right hand.
There's
another.
Smelling blood, body kick to finish that combination. Simeon Powell now putting on a bit of a clinic at the end of round number 1.
I think Baker has some foam in that beard or something. How did he take those 2 right hands? I have no idea.
6 punches miss at the end there for Tobias Baker. Simeon Powell will go back to the corner wondering what else he has to hit him with.
Oh man, what a finish to that round.
Simeon Powell, Tobias Baker, set to start round number 2 here in the PFL Challenger Series Week 8. Touch of the gloves, and we are underway for the next 5 minutes. There's that footwork from Simeon Powell you were talking about, Kenny.
Yeah, he does a great job getting in and getting out. Big right hand there from Baker.
Sort of a leaping kick to the body. And the right hand goes right back to work.
Oh!
There's a flying knee from Simeon Powell.
Yeah, and Powell has hit a devastating flying knee in his last fight. One of the nastiest flying knees I've ever seen, actually. We got to watch out for that. I'd like to see him go upstairs with a kick as well, because Baker is ducking down, and sometimes a kick might serve him a little bit better than that knee down the middle. But either way, Baker needs to stop ducking down.
Keep our head moving.
Powell trying to set up a big shot. Goes to the body. Baker needs to get off the cage here, Sean. Needs to circle away from this pressure.
Good head movement. Keep that going. Move that head.
Simeon Powell controlling the distance, but he's slowed the offensive output. It's like he's worried about a big winging overhand right coming back.
Yeah, or the takedown, you know, because Baker sometimes plays possum. It looks like he's hurt, and then he changes levels, either looks for a big shot or a takedown. So Powell still respecting the skills and heart of Baker here. But he's seeing a lot of the punches coming now, Sean, which does not bode well for Tobias Baker.
The faster and longer fighter here in round number 2 is Simeon Powell, who once again has Baker walk back against the cage.
And Sean, we have to talk about the fact that Simeon Powell, only 23 years old, only has 4 professional fights, and he really is fighting like a true veteran out there. Looks beautiful.
Another right hand landed. Wiz Khalifa, what do you think of Simeon Powell with the precision on that right hand?
Oh man, he's going crazy. He's using his length really well. He's staying all over him. I like the fact that he's moving in and out. He's respecting that overhand. When he gets his hands up, he should chop to the body or kick his legs or do something and just mix it up a little bit. But he's landing on him. He got a good rhythm, and it's pretty much his fight. Like, he's seeing everything.
Seeing a lot, and as a result, he's not really absorbing any of these strikes. There's the jab in the right hand again. 1-2 has paid dividends for Simeon Powell in the first 7.5 minutes of this fight.
Yeah, very educated striker. You know, he's not trying to take his head off. He's just trying to be precise. He's keeping his technique. He's keeping his base. He's keeping his legs underneath him. And he's landing a lot of sharp shots. Huge knee.
And right back to work with the combinations. Ray Lewis, Simeon Powell is hitting Tobias Baker with everything. What's it going to take to put this guy away?
But Sean, this is strategic. He's not trying to knock him out. He's showing us everything that we look for in the champion. He's giving us the flair. He's giving us the diversity, in and out, right? Switching up his man. I'm telling you, it's poetry if you're sitting there watching this kid, Simeon Powell. He has incredible potential to be 23 years old. Wow.
Throws in a low calf kick there. Tobias Baker keeps coming forward, but now Simeon Powell backs him up once again. There's a hook, another knee to the body, listening to the corner, another jab.
And my goodness, I mean, Tobias Baker taking a lot of punishment out there. I mean, how tough is Baker? Just a crazy chin, crazy hard on him, because Simeon Powell is really piecing him up right now.
There's more right hands landing. These ones landing to the ear.
Oh!
And another. What will it take to put away Tobias Baker? Simeon Powell, the kitchen sink is the only thing he hasn't thrown in this fight.
Well, that's where Powell lost a little bit of discipline there. He overextended himself a little bit on that overhand right. allowed Baker to get into that double underhooks, but now he's got another underhook, much better position for him, and that's going to be demoralizing for Baker.
The right uppercut lands, the knee to the solar plexus.
Get to that clinch, Tobias. Find your way to that clinch.
Simeon Powell just stunting on Tobias Baker here in the closing moments of round number 2.
I'd like to see if he goes upstairs with that big right kick.
Left hook lands. We will see round number 3 in this light heavyweight bout.
Ready? Begin.
One more touch of the gloves, round 3 underway. Simeon Powell appeared to really pull away there in round number 2, Kenny. So what kind of pressure is there now to get a finish?
Well, you know, he definitely has figured out Tobias Baker. So I think this is where we may see him crank it up a little bit. And that's got to be in the back of his mind. Now that he is dominating this fight really in round 2, this could be his chance to really end this fight spectacularly with some kind of a finish.
But it's offense for Tobias Baker right now, who will try and grab Simeon Powell and get him down to the mat where he had at least a little bit of success in round number 1.
Yeah, I mean, Baker is not going to go away easily, that's for sure. He has proven that, now in on a single.
We gotta pop our head outside and swing the corner. Go, reshot.
Powell's making him pay for this attempt. The long limbs able to snake all the way around the grip.
Yeah, and he gets Baker to let go of that single leg. Now Simeon Powell going to try to circle away, and he does.
Nice little back and forth motion to get off of the cage here for Simeon Powell. Very impressive. You mentioned his relative youth. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, there's another right hand. I'll ask you the same question. Do you need to see a finish from Simeon Powell here in the 3rd?
You know, it's tough to say do more. It's tough to say do anything better. He's really putting on a complete show of performance. But when you look at the punches that were more damaging, they were actually the body shots, the knees to the body. Right now, he's trying to finish off the deal. Tobias Baker is giving me Roy Nelson vibes, and that tells me that he's always in it for a punch. You can never count him out, but you really may have to go hit that gas tank, hit him in the body. That was really hurting him. The chin is remarkable on Baker. I don't care what happens up to this fight, people have to put respect on his chin.
That is a Kevlar beard I'm hearing. Tobias Baker.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
The only man to outdo Tyron Woodley's beard. Oh, these are huge shots. The referee might have to step in here, Sean. Big shots, excellent combinations here from Simeon Powell.
The roll attempt here for Tobias Baker. He'll try and grab a knee bar.
Well, this is where Simeon needs to be careful. He can't run away like that. He might extend his leg. Now his knee isn't exposed.
Simeon Powell finds himself in a little bit of trouble with a toe fold here.
Now he's much safer here, Sean.
He's got his knee out past the cup of Tobias Baker. Not fully out of the woods yet, as Baker's got that
Calf
leg and
slicer.
ankle.
Yeah, he might be going for a calf slicer here. Simeon Powell, I think, is onto it. See if he can extend that leg a little bit and limp leg out of it. That's not where he wants to be, though. This is a more dangerous position for Simeon Powell. This is where Baker could hit that calf slicer. What a comeback this would be, my goodness. There he is. Now Simeon able to turn and face Baker a little bit better.
His leg is not yet 100% safe.
If he could pry open those legs, Sean, he'd be in a much better position if he could pull on that left leg of Baker and open those legs.
A very tough, very game. Tobias Baker recognizing that this is his Hail Mary attempt, and he's holding on to that leg for dear life. Hammer fist raining down. 90 seconds left in this light heavyweight affair.
Keep scooting under. Keep scooting under. Here we go. Keep scooting under.
He actually has it. He had it the first time. Tobias Baker had the calf slicer. If he would have got both hands around the waist and leaned forward, he actually had it. Now he's going for a heel hook. He's really recognizing if he pulls this off, this is the ultimate test of heart.
And now Simeon Powell is out of trouble. Can he get a finish with 1 minute remaining?
Oh, he definitely smells blood. He might be turning it up here, Sean.
Wheel kick attempt there from Tobias Baker, who told us that people underestimate his athleticism. I think it's fair to say there's a lot of underestimating that happens with Tobias Baker, and it won't after this fight. One of the toughest, grittiest performances we've seen. There's that high kick. Oh! 30 seconds remain. A knee, flying knee. The referee warning Tobias Baker to protect himself. Don't just ride this out. There's more right hands from Simeon Powell.
Well, I tell you what, I know we wanted to see a finish. It'd be great, but we saw a lot of skill and diversity and versatility from Simeon Powell tonight. He went against one of the toughest guys we've seen here in the Challenger Series.
Tobias Baker tries to roll into one more submission attempt. Simeon Powell's having none of it, and round 3 will end that way. Once again, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. The scores are 30-27, 30-27, and 30-26 for your winner by unanimous decision, Simeon Powell. All right, when that fight was over, you looked over and said, boy, that guy can take a punch.
Yeah, he can take a punch.
He can take a punch, absolutely. So tell me, after you're putting the pressure on him, especially in that second round, and he's not going away, what's the thought process?
I'm thinking, Joe, what, let me not try to gas myself out, because I know, like, I hit him with a shot, and I saw his eyes roll back, and then he just woke back up, and I was like, you know what, let me take my time before I gas out. But that boy can take a shot, man. Oh, my dude, I hit him hard. I hit him fucking hard.
We saw them landing.